Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Amy and Kate for our monthly empowerment session on Upper Michigan today. We're live at Apiary Studio at the Gosford Building in Ishpeming. We're talking about why group healing works. And, you know, there are a number of ways that you can engage with your community and heal in that way. But for somebody looking to do a deeper dive and really do the work to start healing on a personal inside level, but to do it with other people with similar mindsets, both of you actually have in-depth programs coming up. So Amy, we'll start with you, and I know we already talked about it a little bit in the last one, but what people can expect from that.
Right. Well, and I think we'll talk more in each segment a little bit. I'll kind of unfold more. But for this one, it's called Courage, Power, and Peace. This is the final week to register. There are 2 circles. One of them is at BeWell Marquette, in Marquette, and that one is Sunday nights for 10 weeks. And it starts this coming Sunday. There are a couple spots left, and then runs for the 10 solid weeks. And then the second circle starts a couple days later on Tuesday, October 1st, right here in this beautiful space in Ishpeming, and runs for 10 weeks.
And then what do you have, Kate?
So I have, it's a 4-week breathwork series, and that's Wednesday evenings for 2 hours, and it's just 4 weeks, but it's a deep dive for sure. It's a solid, 2 hours, and then with things in between.
So this is something that's a little bit more than maybe going to listen to a speaker, right? This is really sitting and really getting into some of these topics and really going inside of yourself. So to sign up for something like this, sometimes people may want to, but there's a hesitation. There's some fears. What are some common fears that you see keeping people from participating in something like this?
Right. So there are a whole bunch that come up immediately. One of them you already touched on, that like being vulnerable in a group kind of piece, actually showing what's inside, actually meeting oneself. And when Tia was talking about that this is a healing opportunity, I like to also add that it's for healing, for growth, and self-improvement. So it's not only one place. Like, there are laughter and tears, you should know, and a lot of just kind of understanding as well. But some fears that come up are, besides being, scared to come in and expose yourself to yourself into a group, it's like, is my family going to be okay with me checking out one night a week for 10 weeks? And the interesting thing is that people adapt. I've had people where, oh my gosh, my kids will never be able to do that. And by the second one, they get used to it and adapt. And the thing that the person coming is learning so much that they start to kind of calm a bit. And it really begins to be a beautiful thing for everyone around them as well. And it brings things a little bit more to true. Sometimes financial cost is a thing, and I have met that with kind of like any kind of payment plan that you want to do. I'll work, with someone to do, but there is an investment in telling yourself, I am going to water me versus just everything around me, right? And so to include self in the equation of your life. And let's see, what are some other ones?
What about not knowing who's going to be in the room with you? Because I'm one of those people that would be like, well, show me the list first. And yep, I'm good. Or maybe I'll have the next one.
Well, I'm not going to show you the list. But what I will tell you, and this is what I tell everybody who asks that question, which comes up a lot because there are deeply rooted ties here.
Sure.
And maybe you're like, is that person who offended me when I was in 3rd grade that I want to come here and talk about going to be there, right? Yeah. And here's what I want to say to that, is that the people who come to these things are the people who are investing in themselves. They're investing tuition, they're investing time, and they're at a place where they want to be around people, have guidance, and have that self-improvement. And so those are the people that you're going to find in this circle. So even if it was somebody that you knew before, you're meeting them in a new way, and you're encouraged by the nature of the circle to work toward letting go of judgment toward self and toward others, and then you get to know these people in a new way.
And it's just allowing that space to say, who's supposed to be there is supposed to be there.
That's right.
I don't actually have to control that. I actually can't control that. Yeah, which is scary in itself. Yeah. What else? Any other fears that you see, Kate?
The fears I see, people most of us hesitate to change. And so I think it's the fear of like, wow, my life might change.
Yeah.
And even though we want it, it's like, do we really want it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to comment that I feel like a lot of these fears come from that overarching fear of change and being scared to move on. I mean, it can be a scary thing. It's a deep dive. It's not something that happens overnight. I mean, change, it's work to accept it, and it's work to grow through. And I know we have to take another commercial break, but we are continuing our deep dive into this topic, into your upcoming programs, and using community in groups to heal, to grow, to empower the self.